Hello guys, in this video I coach an Australian YouTuber named Zasko. He's currently Diamond 3 and he's struggling a lot with mid-round calling and positioning. If you want to see the notes that I exclusively made for him, they're all in my Discord server. If you are struggling in ranked, you can join my Discord server and I'll coach you for absolutely free. Hope you enjoy this VOD and peace.
Like that, and already like you can see the damage per round is really low. This right here, it's a big issue. Wait, this is you, right? Yeah, this is you.
Yep, that's mine. Yep.
Yeah. So this is a big problem right here. You have very low damage per round, but I also see that you have a really high headshot percentage, and a pretty low KD ratio. And since you're playing Jet, your KD ratio and your damage per round should be way higher. So around like 140 and plus should be like the minimum. And for the headshot percentage, like I've seen some clips of yours, you have crazy good headshot percentage, like you have good aim, but this can sometimes be a bad thing. Because a lot of people think like higher the better, but like when it comes above like 35%, I feel like it can kind of like take off your the actual value, because it means that you're not going for body shots when they're 1 HP, you're not spamming the smokes, you're not playing shotguns, you're not using the body shot on the sniper, etc. Right? So this could not be a problem, but most of the time this is a problem. And I'll probably show you some examples from the VOD after where this can be a problem.
Easy.
Yeah, and the KD ratio should be like 1.05 or 1.1 at the minimum on Jets. But yeah, and also I want to look at the actual hourly stats, right? So you notice like you have 26, 59, 54, 2.6. This is really suboptimal. Like this is not a lot of time. Another thing I've been noticing about your videos on the YouTube is that you do a lot of fucking preparation. You do like a lot of things to make you mentally prepared and stuff. But a lot of the time, if you want to just improve in ranked, you just need to play a lot of ranked. So I think this is also a problem, that too little playtime is actually bad for you, and it's not good to have too much preparation if it takes away your time in actual game. So I would recommend, like, if you want to get to Radiant, like, or get to a very high rank, get at least like 100 hours per act.
Okay,
you can get to Radiant like this, but it will take years, right? Like it will take a long time. Let me just ask you, like, what is your goal in this game, first of all?
To be honest, it's just get as good as humanly possible. And yeah, look, when it comes to set goals, I don't really have measurable goals. I just have, I guess, I probably should have measurable goals, but I've got like day-to-day goals. Is basically I want to give every day as much as possible, and then see how much I can get out of the day, out of every minute. Like, for example, when I do a training session, it's like I could play one comp game. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe a better alternative is to do, 1 hour split up into 15-minute sessions of practicing different weak links, stuff like that. So I guess just trying to make the most out of every second and see how fast I can progress instead of...
So you don't have like, you don't want to go professional, or you don't want to be like a full-time streamer, or you want to reach a rank, like you don't have a specific goal? Just like try to be the best version of yourself kind of thing?
Best version of myself, but that does not limit like going professional, doesn't limit Radiant, doesn't limit anything. I feel like those, if I am the best version of myself, those will come. So a very easy measurable goal is to say I want to be on the stage playing VCT. Right. That's a very easy measurable goal, and that's like, within the next 8-9 years, if that's reasonable, then that's probably the easiest measurable goal. Is 100% would want to be pro. From there, it's like maybe a step down is get Radiant first. Step down from that is get out of Diamond.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I think if your goal is just to become the best player possible that you can like possibly get to, the biggest issue of the stats right now is the playtime, right? Like you played one act in episode 6 and you skipped all of episode 7, and then you played 2 hours in act 1 and 54 hours. Like this is way too little. Like
the grind officially started, I think, when I did I re-downloaded Valorant, started up my YouTube channel, I think episode 8. So it would have been like 14 weeks ago. So that's when I hopped on and I was like, I'm going to play Valorant.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then 54, 59, and 26, those hours they're currently what I'm averaging, so.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, you can probably have a goal of like getting 80 hours minimum first if it's like really hard, but I would recommend like 100 hours plus. That's like the fastest way you will get to Immortal. Like with your aim, I'm going to be honest with you, you have better aim than some Immortal players. Like Immortal 1 players, like you have better aim than many of them. Like your aim is not the issue here. It's just like you need to put in the time in ranked game mode to get that game sense down and to win your ranked games and to rank up fast. So yeah, playtime is a big thing here. Also for the next thing I want to look at, it's the eco rounds right here. Okay, so it's gotten a bit better. Or no, it's not the eco round, it's the pistol run, I mean. This right here is a big no. This right here is a big issue. The pistol round, the pistol round is arguably the most important round of the whole game. Because you like if you win both pistols, like you have 4 rounds in the box already, and you've already made mental pressure on the enemies. You've already gotten an economical advantage for future rounds, and having a 0.76 KD, it's pretty fucking bad. You need to at least have 1 KD, probably 1.1 minimum if you want to get to Radiant. So the pistol rounds is something we're gonna probably look at more, because this is a big issue right here. Other than that, it's the KAST. It's right here. This is also a bit low. I would like to see this above like 71-72% at the minimum. Do you know what this is, by the way?
I guess it's a way of measuring. I use it to measure my impact in a game, but it's like just how often you're being useful, basically, whether you're getting a kill or assist. Yeah,
so if there's like one stat that you would look at to measure how well you played, I would use the KAST, because it's very, very important, and it gives you a big picture already. Like if you only use the stats, it already tells me like that there are some issues, and we need to bump this up to like 72 for it to be optimal. But other than that, I think that's it for a tracker. Do you have any questions for the tracker?
But it does make sense. The headshot percentage, my idea to try, because I thought that when I was using Vandal only and no AWP, it was at 50%, and I was like actually maintaining that because I was just tapping every shot, and I realized that was definitely a detriment, so I implemented the Phantom, but I've only got it as low as like, I don't know.
So you have a really high headshot percentage on the Vandal, which is fine. This is very good. Like I won't complain about the Vandal's headshot percentage. What I'm not seeing is you using shotguns, right? Like where's the shotguns here? You're playing Jet. You should have Shorty every single time you can buy a secondary, except for pistol.
I got my first ever Shorty. I've got one on there. I see it. 1 Shorty kill, and that was like I got that the other day when I locked into Jet. I was like, I think that's my first Shorty kill.
Yeah. So buying Shorty, Judge, and the Outlaw and the Bucky needs to be prioritized a lot of the time, and I'm not seeing this right here. Like every time you have a bonus round or a time where you don't have enough, like you want to half buy, you can buy a Bucky, you can buy a Shorty, and a Shorty you can also buy as a secondary. Like if you have a sniper, or even if you have a Vandal, just buy the Shorty, because it's so good close range. Like it's the best gun close range to have, and it's such a consistent way of getting kills close range. Hide in smokes with it, you can place close corners. It's extremely strong. So I would like to see more of this, and this will all obviously drop down your headshot percentage. This is what I mean. Like when someone has this high of a headshot percentage, it's like I already know they don't play shotgun enough. They're not playing those weapons with the body shots enough. So yeah, I would definitely look into that as well. But yeah, we can just hop into the VOD if you want. I think it's this one right here.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Alright, so I'm gonna... Let me check my OBS. Right. Let's just skip through this first part. Look at this handsome guy. Alright, so we're playing Lotus. I just want to talk about something pretty quick. About Lotus. Like on the attack side on Lotus, you usually want to, like for the first 3 to 6 rounds, I would recommend to just full send A or C. Most of the time, I would recommend full sending C. And then after those 3 to 6 rounds, you can start faking or start doing something else. The first priority should be C. Then the second priority should be A, and then the third priority should be B. So like B, in my opinion, should only be used for like a last resort kind of thing. That's just because of the map design. It's way easier to just flood into C, and it's way easier to flood into A, especially in Diamond, Ascent, and Elo. The enemies aren't the best at holding down sites and holding down A mains. And rushing is extremely strong. And another reason for why rushing is extremely strong is because everyone knows how to rush. In ranked, like if you ask for a default, you will see everyone just peeking everywhere and dying. So just asking for a 5-man rush is extremely strong. So I like the call here to rush A, but I would definitely rush C more often than I would rush A. So maybe if you want to start IGLing on Lotus a bit more, you could ask for a C push, C rush.
Makes sense.
But this is also fine. Another thing is whenever you're rushing C, the reason C is a lot better is because A is a lot of the time very prioritized by the enemy. Like they will most of the time push A, especially when you get into the Immortal lobbies. Every single game you will push on defense on A sites. And the reason for this is because when you have A sites, it's so much easier for a defender, because then you can just play retake B, which is absolutely free, and you force the enemies to only have the option to push C, which means you have so many more options. You can either flank them, you can play heavy retake with a lot of map space, and it's just a lot easier time for the defenders. The reason 5-man rushing A is good in this specific game is because the enemies has a really bad comp for pushing A. You see they have a Gecko Molly, a Claw Vulnerable, a Dart, and Jet Dash. Like you could probably Vulnerable and Molly here, but if you pop your dash here while you peek, dash across the rubble, you're already like taking the A main space for pretty much for free. So
that's something
this
you
is
would
why
do.
A
Like,
rushing here is fine.
Is there certain comps where you wouldn't dash with that?
Yeah, so let's say they have a Breach or a Breach and Omen and Neon, Cypher and Smoker, right? Maybe Viper, for example. I would never rush A, right? If they paranoia, do you see my crosshair? Yeah. So if they for example paranoia here, they stun on the right here, they aftershock here, they neon stun here, like you will be dead every single time, and they will get this for free. So if you play against a good comp which has that kind of utility, don't rush A instantly. It's a death trap. Then you have to rush C, or you have to wait for the utility, or have some sort of a read before you do this kind of thing, because it's extremely dangerous.
Is using my dash at the start of the round to take rubble control a worthwhile investment?
Right here, it's definitely a worthwhile investment, because taking this rebel is everything. Because if he mollies right here and you don't dash across, then they have everything for free and you wasted all your utility.
Yep.
And then they also know you're a lot here, so they can take the C main space.
Okay, yep.
So right now, we're like in this round, it's so important that you take this A main. That's the whole point of this. It's 5-man rush. There's no other kind of option because you're all here. It's so important. Pop your dash, get that rebel control, and you have the space, and then it's so much easier to execute the site. So definitely pop your dash right here. Yeah, if that answered your question.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I have on 1.25. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so what do you think the issue was right here, by the way?
I'll need to watch it. To be honest, it's hard. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah. There's a very fundamental issue right here, which is what you need to solve to get into those higher ranks. And it's mainly two things. It's communication and awareness, right? Right here, you already know he's close up. You call it out. You have a Reyna flash, you have a Prowler, you have your dash, and you have a vulnerable. not like we have all that utility. We know it's close left. Look what we're doing. Dry swing, dry swing, dry swing, and dry swing.
Yeah.
We're all dry swinging into an ISO shield. Okay, so let's go 5 seconds back and let's look at what a good immortal player would do. Close left, close left. Me personally, I would ask for a Reyna flash. Reyna, can you flash? Fade, can you prowler? As soon as you ask that question, pop your dash into your own smoke right here, or into close smoke, or into your own smoke right here, and take that space. That way, this guy on the left right here will have to be aware of the left side and the right side, and you will have a free pinch, and it will be a guaranteed trade every single time.
I see.
Because right now, when we're all his crosshair is perfectly at head level. He has perfect crosshair placement with ISO shield. It's just a free kill for him, and another free kill for him, and another free kill for him, right? But if you ask for that utility and just dashed instantly, this guy would be traded every time. So the main kind of issue here is whenever you see or get information on an enemy, use your utility to create an advantage. That's kind of the main point we're trying to get out of this round.
Yep.
Right.
And it just was, a pretty blatant dry peek.
Yeah. It's like you have that dash because it's supposed to help you in fights. That's why this dash is really strong. And right now you didn't use it, right? Like if you dash across right here, it would probably be a free round, or at least a much cleaner execute. As the call right here is to eco rush B. So first of all, I think eco rushing B is okay, just because the fact it's so short that it can be really quick. The main issue with this round is that as soon as the barrier drops, you're all running. There's like 99% chance that the guy is playing around this area right here, right? That's like very, very likely, right? This guy right here, as soon as the barrier drops, here's 5 players. Like you can literally hear all 5 of you because you're all running. Look at this, right?
Yeah.
You pop smoke inside. It's a very, very obvious B execute. Now look what happens. See the store opening?
Yeah, C players already pushed up.
The reason they're so fast is because the players on B main just calls their 5-man rushing B. The A players are rotating instantly. One's gonna come up here. 2's gonna open the door right here, and you're all just dead. Like if you instead of rushed, like this small difference could probably win you the round. If you asked in your comps, let's contact up close, then we rush. You could have contacted up here, probably traded the guy close. You have close range weapons, there are 5 people, probably traded guys close, and you will be able to get into lurk positions right here. You will get the bomb plant and you have a winnable round. But right now, since you made so fast information, you gave all the information to the enemy, they just all came fast on the rotations and shit on you. So yeah, contacting on ecos is or contacting before exploding is needed right here. And I think you call like it's a bad dash, but I think the dash is like pretty good. It's just like you messed up the smoke.
Mess up the smoke.
Like
So the
here.
intention that I have with the dash is, I guess the concept I understand is kill zones right outside of that B main entry. Everything can see me, but where I'm dashing is a bit to the left. It's out of line of sight of heaven and a little bit out of sight of waterfall. So, you know, I'm getting out of those as soon as possible and then fighting from there. But yeah, I missed the smoke as well. So that just kind of didn't help.
Yeah, so there's 2 reasons you want to dash into the smoke like this, which is why it's so good. The first reason is like kind of what you said. You get into a position where you can trade your enemies and be like you're a nuisance basically. If there's a guy close here or heaven, you're a nuisance to them because you're out of the choke point. They don't have to hold choke point. They have to hold 2 angles, right? That's the first reason. The second reason is that you get all the information. So whenever you dash out of onto a smoke like this, you have to look close right, close left, and then you can call it out to your teammates, or they can look at the minimap and they will be able to use all their utility for that player or have their crosshairs onto that player, right? So that's why you want to dash like this. So this is a good dash. It's just like you smoked like too far, first of all, and also like you didn't dash with the smoke instantly, so it's already fading like right here, right? Yeah, so that it's just like a micro kind of issue, but it's a good idea at least. Yeah. Nice kill. Godlike aim. This right here, I don't like this right here. Like, you didn't smoke. You just dashed into the open. And 50-50 a guy, which is not really even a 50-50. Like, this guy should probably kill you right here. So this, like, 4v3, you have numbers advantage. There's no reason to make a risky play like this. And even if you want to like dash out to be faster helping your teammates, this is not really the pathing you want to take. I'm going to go into a custom because this is something you will see a lot of the rounds on your attack side. Is your pathing into C side is really weak. You have a really bad entry pathing onto the C side. So I'm going to show you just real quick where you want to dash.
I think my attack side across so far this week, all my attack sides have been weak. So I think there's also not only just C specific on Lotus, but fundamental issues in my approach to entering as Jet.
Right. So that's first of all, just because you have low play time, right? Like you're not played enough to know what works and what not. Because you will learn after you have 100 hours every act. Like you will learn fast what works and what doesn't work, and then you will learn like this. And also, I would recommend like watching professionals because they have perfect entry pathing every game. Which is what I did. I watch professionals and then I copy their shit, and then I see what works better and what doesn't, because everyone is a bit different, and that does help me as well. Do you see my Valorant? Wait, if I do this, now you see my.
Yeah, I can see it. Yep.
Oh, yeah, because I'm screen sharing my screen, right?
Yeah, you are.
Right.
So I can see that.
So first of all, this area right here, it should be like throw a Gecko flash or some sort of utility to get the information right here. But I'm pretty sure in your comp you don't have a recon, if I'm not mistaken. You have a fade, right? So you just wait for the fade reveal, and then if there's anyone close, you can pop your dash, or you can wait for a Reyna flash, pop that right here. Just use some sort of utility to get this space right here, and that's if they're here, right? If they're not here, like they were in your example, there was no one here. You just run up here. And then I want you to start doing this execute like every single time. Smoke here, dash up right, close, clear close, and second smoke on this thing right here. Because this position right here is extremely strong because you're not exposed to any of the sight lines, and you will clear close left with your dash. And if there's someone on the close left, that your teammates will push up with the utility. And you will have a free punch from here to here and from here to here. And if there's anyone here, there's also very unlikely there's going to be someone backside. So this is a really, really strong entry pathing that I would recommend you to do every single game.
That's insane. Like I had no idea.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen this one.
Yeah, and also the second reason it's so strong is because the post plant position is the strongest post plant position on the C side. This area right here, holding this area right here and just playing on top of this is extremely strong on the post plant.
Oh, so you'll just stay there. You'll stay there the whole round. Yeah,
so let's say you clear the sights. Like let's say you upgrade dash onto this box right here. There's one backside. You like swing this guy. You kill him because he's looking into the fucking wall or some shit. Kill him. And then you have to go side. You clear side like this. And then you just instantly jump back up here and just play right here.
I see. Yeah, easy.
Right. And if they execute, you play anti-flash because there's you can behind cover, and it's just very nice levitation spot where you can peek out a lot of good angles, right? So yeah, I would like to see this a lot more. you got this kill and the Reyna would probably trade you, so it wasn't the worst kind of dash, but it's like just having like less risky plays whenever you have numbers advantage. It's a big thing. You want to like minimize risk whenever you have numbers. But yeah, you killed the ISO, which was really nice. Right here, you see your Reyna fighting, by the way. Just peek up and fight with him. There's no reason to like be scared, and you just want to play with your teammates and adapt to your teammates' playstyle as fast as possible. Yeah, this is nice. Something like this. And also right here, this is something you will also notice throughout this VOD. It's like your post plant is completely quiet. Like you will not call out anything during the post plants, which is a big issue. Because whenever you have a 3v1, a 2v1, or a post plant in general, you want to be in a position where you can either have a crossfire or you can play with your teammate. It's like right now,
and I'm just not. I don't play with my teammates in post plant.
So the biggest issue is that you're not calling out a plan in the post plan, right? So you don't have that peek off me kind of thing. You're kind of just playing by yourself, looking for kills everywhere. Like sometimes you will try to trade your teammate, but it's like too late because you're not playing together actually. Like right here, you should say, either you can say like, let's all hold this waterfall. You play on this box whenever he swings off me, you guys swing off. Whenever he swings me, whenever I get contact, you swing off me. Or you can say like, Clove, let's hold from backside together. Let's double hold backside together. Our Fade will hold our water. Like anything like this, yeah. Even peeking like in the lower ranks, peeking is usually gonna work. But just calling out like, let's peek together waterfall, right? 3, 2, 1, let's peek it, right? Like this is so much better than just doing this. Or just playing everywhere, giving chances. Like, what if he wrapped spawn right here and peek you here? It's a free 1v1 for no reason. You know? Like it's kind of like this round it works out
ideal
fine.
Situation, I'm playing that post plant spot.
Yeah, that's the ideal situation that you play on top of
that'd be
this
perfect for this.
Yeah. But it worked out. Like he made a lot of sound and he just ran out of smoke and it was free kill, so it wasn't a big issue here in this round specifically, but it will be a bigger issue throughout the WOD. So this is a B split. Get info that is close. Nice shot. Like right here, you peeked with a prowler and a flash. So this was a much more advantageous fight, right? Compared to like the pistol round where you just dry swung, right? Let's look at this again. Flash. Prowler, then you peek. Good job. Nice kill.
The only thing is, I can definitely say fluke, if that makes sense, because I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't thinking of their util. It just happened to be there. So it'll be something that in future I'll definitely have. Like, it'll happen more consistently because now I'm aware of it.
Right.
In this situation, it's definitely like a luck thing. I can't take too much credit for it because I probably would have just swung anyways. Whether there was a flash or not, I would have swung anyways.
So I'm going to do the VOD like this, where I don't write anything down because I've already wrote down everything. And then I will give you a sheet which kind of like summarizes all the points I make throughout this VOD review. And then I want you to look at the sheet before you play the rank and just pick like one out of all the things that I wrote. One out of all the things that I wrote to focus on. Because there's so many things in this type of games that are mistakes, right? Like there's millions of different mistakes. But if you want to improve the fastest, you have to just focus on one specific mistake. Then whenever you fix that one specific mistake, then you move on to the next one. And then the next one, and then the next one. That's kind of how you want to do it if you want to improve the fastest. So. Another thing that you can see this round is like you're playing really far back. Like as soon as like why aren't you inside of the barrier right here in front? Like why are you behind the Fade, behind the Reyna, behind the chamber? Like this is
utility there. But
so
realistically,
this is what you see on a Sky player
or something. Yeah.
So you played Sky, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a Sky position, right? But whenever you're playing Jet, you want to create that space with your dash and your smoke. So you always want to be in the front. And it's kind of like a muscle memory thing. Like I do it without thinking about it because I do it every single game. Like right now you can really see like you're really far back. Like right now you can be in this position right here, popping your dash and dash out into your smoke right here. And creating that pinch again on the ISO. Right?
I see, yeah.
So it's kind of like just having that being aware of your position in the execute. Like the barrier drops right here. I just jump like this. Or if there's any something close, like if you know they're fighting for A, I would pop the dash, make a peek right here, go for a shot, and then dash away. That's kind of how I do it. If you know they're not fighting A, you can literally just jump up on this box right here, or just run up right here, peek out with your Vandal like this, run up here, dash here. You know when it's close because of your utility. Smoke right here, dash close, and then you wait for your teammates to swing, and then you just fight with them, and it's a free kill every single time. Because right now
you wait in your smoke.
Yeah, so whenever you dash into your smoke, you always want to wait and look at the minimap, listen for sound to get that information. That's a really important thing. Wait in the smoke, because let's say you're the enemy right here, right? You see a jet smoke. What are you gonna do when someone dashes to your left? You're gonna instantly look to the left. So if you instantly peek out the smoke, this guy will be looking at you. But if you wait for 1 second, and this is why you want to re-smoke, it, that's when this guy will be like, oh my god, he's not gonna peek me. Let's look back. And then you swing out with your teammates, 2v1, right? That's kind of how it works.
I normally full like monkey swing out the second I'm like I'll smoke. It'll probably happen in the VOD. The second I'm dashing into my smoke, within half a second I'm out of it, swinging whoever I see.
Right. So just being patient is really important, because like right now, the longer you wait, the scarier he will be. Like he will be more scared the longer you wait. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another thing. Just being in front of the pack, basically. Nice shot though. Let's look at the post plant here. 5v3. What do you want to do in the numbers advantage? What do you want to do?
No risky plays.
Exactly. What are we doing?
A risky play.
Exactly, right? Just 5v3, just play with your chamber, play with your Reyna, play with your Fade. Like, just hug your teammate. Even if you don't want to call out shit, like, you can just hug your teammate and it's a free round. Right now, if they're double swinging you here or killing you here, like, they can win the round, right? Let's say the cloak could have also died. It was also in 1v1. This guy's a 1v1. If you're hugging them, you minimize the risk. I don't know why you're running here, by the way. You saw them both on the minimap, but yeah. Now you're running. Okay, good. Yeah, so another like numbers advantage where you're playing it a bit risky, but you always want to hug your teammates and play crossfires and double holes, etc. But yeah, good round in general. Also could be splits. Another C execute. You get the fade reveal. There's nothing close. You run up. This is good. Again, you're really far behind. There's 3 players in front of you. You should be right here right now. Like, I kid you not, bro. I will show you how easy it is to take and how fast it is to take C. As soon as the barrier drops, the fade throws his reveal. There's nothing there. I go from here, by the way. I just run like this with my knife out. I'm not even joking. This is how I do it. I run like this and jump around. Because even if there's a guy swinging here, and if you're jumping around, he will die from your teammates, and you will probably not die because like you're not killing this guy jumping around like here, right? So this is basically how I do it every time, and it's kind of like hard to understand as a new player how far you can push the character, but this is what you learn when you're like super aggressive and you're trying out new shit. You learn that you can do this kind of stuff. So I would just recommend, like, if you know there's no one here, just run up. You can have your gun out if you're scared, like you can run up like here, but just run up. Don't be like this is how you are doing it, right? The fade reveal is there. You're like doing this.
Yeah, that's like, what feels natural. But yeah, I haven't even considered.
Right, and then your teammates are literally running past you because you're so slow.
Yeah,
the enemies are rotating, man. What are you waiting for? You want to execute before the enemies are rotated, right? So, like, you can look at it again if you want. Yeah, I don't even know where you jump spotted, like here. You didn't even jump spot the actual choke. And then you jump spotted the exact same thing again. You're not even jump spotting the choke, but yeah, right here, like, you're flash, but like your teammates are here, right? You can just run up. You will get traded. Don't be scared. It's kind of, it's a very small thing, but it's like just being in front of the pack should be like the general note here. yeah. You get the kill, but again, like this is, you can see like this is really sloppy, right? Like you're smoking into, you don't even know where you're smoking. You're dashing up into somewhere, like just do this, bro. Just do this. Into your smoke, smoke
easier,
again,
yeah.
re-kill. Or you can, if you want to smoke under, that's also fine. Do this, right? Like it's just like if you smoke over here, you're never gonna dash all the way over there. It's way too far, right? So
the idea
like,
is for the smoke to land closer. But do you normally, if you were to go sight like that smoke there, the second one, would you updraft into that to see back sight? Is that a thing?
what do you mean, this smoke?
So if you threw that smoke, updraft, and then dash into that, and then you're looking at
No.
sight?
So I mean, on some maps, let's say there's a Cypher playing C, right? And there's, you know, there's a trip here. That can be a scenario where you want to like updraft above the trip, and then as you're falling down, you dash above it. I do that a lot on some maps, but
Yep.
as a general note, like updrafting should only be with levitation, just because you're the air time, you have more air time, right? Like you're there's longer time where the enemies can shoot you. But yeah, just practice this fucking execute right here, and then you will literally win 90% of the executes. And always remember to clear your corners like this. You didn't clear your corners, but I think that's because your teammates were already out, which they shouldn't be, by the way. But yeah.
Yep, that makes
fine.
sense.
Yeah. Like it's just a 1v1, right? Like whenever they have an eco round, you're 5-man executing it, you should never have a 1v1 like this. If you were on this box, you could have smoked again, waited for your teammates to come, then double swing. And then it would be much easier, but yeah, you got the kill. And the post plan is kind of like... This guy called you to watch main when he sees both on waterfall, by the way. Good round, good round. Not bad, not bad.
There's some awareness of teammates and teammates' position there. I wasn't looking at the minimap, but I saw the teammate coming from behind, obviously through the walls. So those last shots there were trying to bait them to look at me so the teammate could walk up. There's some awareness, but overall team play definitely could be better.
Another execute. Flash, reveal. Yeah, I don't really understand why we're just standing here. Like you're staring at the wall for like 5 seconds. Like there's a Reyna flash right here. There's a reveal. Like just run out with your gun.
Yeah,
we're standing here, right?
This is
like,
definitely sky positioning. Have to relearn that.
You're like unconsciously scared of being the first guy out. It feels like because of you played so much sky. So get your execute, by the way. This right here, extremely scary, and you know the reason why this is extremely scary?
Not quite.
Okay, you just heard a guy close water, right?
Yeah.
There is no reason why there can't be a player inside of the smoke. If there's a guy with a judge in that smoke, you're dead. And your teammates is dead. He's getting at 3k. So that's a big thing. Like, whenever you see an enemy smoke, ask yourself, can they be inside the smoke? 90% of the time, the answer is yes, and you need to use utility or double swing the smoke. Right here, on main. See the smoke? Prowler, can you dog the smoke? And let's execute. Reyna, can you flash the smoke? Let's execute. Chamber, can you double swing the smoke with me? Then we execute, right? Use your comms, clear the smoke efficiently together, and tradable. Because this is extremely scary right here. And then also you're doing this, yeah. Like this Prowler, if it was before, it would be perfect. Alright, so whenever you're in a numbers disadvantage, what are you trying to do?
Now I should be taking the riskier plays. I should be trying to get a pick or something.
Engagements. Right. You need to find those picks and those chances before the enemies can think about grouping up together and make a play together. You want to be the first guy taking the advantage and surprising them. And it's a good thing that you're pushing City here. And luckily they weren't there, but yeah, and you just whiffed and it's unlucky. Reyna whiffed as well. At least he club ulted. That's a nice try. Not too bad. Yeah, another pop your dash. You pop your ult, I mean. Reveal. Now you're full running. This is already faster. I like this.
It's the ult confidence.
I mean, I don't, bro. I kind of want to throw up every time I see you execute C. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's like bothering me, bro. Like you're smoking into the wall and you're updrafting and dashing above the smoke. Like, yeah. Okay, let's see the post plants. Okay. I mean, you flicked around and he peeked at the same time with a Bucky. I think positioning wise, it's a really risky position to be in. And the main reason for it is because they have a Gecko ult and you have knives, so you can't really shoot the Gecko ult. And you're so close to the smoke that I will get you with the Gecko ult instantly. Usually when you have knives, you want to play on top of this box right here, or you want to play on this box right here to look on a deep CT angle. Or you want to like be towards the mid side here holding the waterfall. Like having long range fights are always good with the knives. Always look for long range fights with knives. So playing this close is just not a good position. Team wins though. Oh yeah, nice. W team.
W team.
This is a B-split call. A shot by your chamber. You're the first now. This is great.
Can you clear that? That first jump that I did, would that have cleared that? This jump here?
This? Yeah.
Okay.
It does. You always want to do this jump whenever you're taking A or you're B-splitting. Always do that jump you're doing. You have numbers advantage. You don't want to take risks and you do this. I don't know, man. You could have gotten one digged right here. Not good. But you're pushing with your team. This is good. A little bit bad fatal, but it's unlucky. It's all good. This I actually do like. It's a 3v3. The Sova is ulting. He might not expect you close. I think this is good. Like he'll probably get a kill here. Yeah, so this is nice. And whenever you're lower ranked as well, timing plays like this where you walk out somewhere, it's getting you a lot more value because people are very unaware of how far you can actually push. So I really like that you push there. Okay. Nice, good kill, Jetif. Good job. Right. Like they have a shit comp, and even with all the tiny amounts of utility they have, they already like scared you off so much, right? Like this is scary. This is like this can kill you, right? So just to like show you if they have a good comp, it's actually absolutely impossible to take A. Right here, when they're pushing A, I think the main issue is that you're not communicating either to rotate or to hold. Because what's happening right here is that some of your teammates are rotating and some of your teammates are holding. You're splitting up because they don't have the same thing in mind. So if you call right here, Reyna, let's double hold it. This, you would have probably gotten one or traded, or the Reyna would have gotten both.
Yeah,
and
but
you,
I'm just
like,
solo.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you're just solo. Right. So if you want to rotate, that's fine. If you want to hold, that's fine. You just have to call it out, basically. And then Reyna is peeking alone. And Guts one, luckily. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to watch this, really. Okay, what's the call here? What? If you go C, I can hold A and pick off the flankers.
The idea is team goes C and I'm just orbing A. So Fade throws her eye or something to kind of, I guess, make it seem like a fake, and then she goes at the team, I believe.
Okay. I mean, Jet did flank once. I think that's about it. Did they flank C main? I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, this sort of plan is kind of like, in this kind of elo, I feel like it's only good if they flank a lot. Like right now, you've probably only seen them. I think you've only seen them flank once. So it's kind of like just rush C, just rush A, or fake C or fake A. I think that's the 4 main calls right here. But if you're doing this, if you have a good aim and you're doing this properly, it might work. And it's already completely wrong. I mean, the call was to fake C and kill the flankers. Like, why are we pressuring A?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to push A if we pressure A. Also, this is really bad opping right here. The crosshair placements is just way too high.
Way too high.
And also, yeah, you're looking at head level with your operator. Whenever you're opping, you always want to look at the stomach. You always want to look at the stomach because, first of all, it's a wider area. The chest is actually wider, but the reason you want to look at the stomach and not the chest is because if they crouch, it's really hard to hit them when you're looking at chest level. So you always want to look at the stomach level, like kind of this area right here. You see on my screen.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. That that looks unnatural to me, so it'll be something to learn. Yeah. But I can understand the logic.
And this is kind of how you want to peek. You want to have your dash activated. Take the peek advantage here, taking it like this, right? Always looking at the stomach level. I don't. Did you pop your dash? You didn't pop your dash either. So I would pop my dash here just in case you miss your shot. Or you get a shot and you dash over to Rebel. Your fate is actually leaving here, which is okay since you have the op, but yeah, just the crosshair placement is the main issue here. It's really, really bad. And you get punished for the crosshair placement, but also the way you're peeking is sloppy. Like, do you know how angle advantage works?
Yeah, I do. But yeah, I guess I'm probably not too aware of it at the moment.
Yeah, so you're way closer to this wall than the enemy, right?
Here.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by angle advantage, like the distance. Like, do you know what I mean or not?
Yeah, I do understand the concept of who's closest to the angle and how that works. I guess I'm not really thinking about it in this case though. So yeah, how could I have played that differently?
So whenever you're kind of in this scenario where you're closer to the wall than enemy, you basically want to peek fast because you minimize the reaction time to the enemy to kill you when you can't see him. Because let's say I'm holding like this. The enemy can see me now, but I can't see him. So you never want to walk like this because he will see you right here, and then it will take like half a second before you're here. But if you do a fast pick like this, then he will have way less time to kill you, and you will have a good chance.
Understood.
So the way you pick this is like you pick first of all with bad cross placement, but you pick like this, and this, and then 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 this. You're picking way too slow. So slow that when you're here and then you're adjusting and then doing another cut of like pie cutting, he already like starts shooting at you. So you kind of want to activate your dash, peek like this, peek like this, peek like this, peek like this, peek like this. A lot wider and faster motions. But it's a very micro thing. I think the main thing you should focus on is the crosshair placement. But it's just like one of those small things where you like.
Yeah, it makes a difference though.
Having a bit faster peeking. Yeah. Yeah, it's unlucky. He hit a night shot, to be fair. Gone to 3, I reckon. you'll kill this guy probably. Nice shot. Yeah, I remember. Again, I would be in the frontier, pop your dash, peek. Oh, what the fuck just happened? Right. So just pop your dash, peek out, take a shot, and dash to the rebel. Take that rebel fast. That's how you should take this right now.
Yeah, and it's like not be
waiting,
scared
baiting.
of. Like, I shouldn't be scared of the util coming because I can just dodge it anyways.
Yeah, and like he has an op this round, and he's hard holding the op. If you're scared of an op, by the way, you can just dash instantly without even taking a shot. But just like usually when they have a Vandal, you can just pop your dash, take it, peek, kill one, and dash away. You see Fnatic Durka do this every single game.
Yeah,
it's very, very strong. Like see how far up they are, but you're so far back because of this, right? Like you could have been way ahead. This makes enemy rotate, and it makes them being more ready for when you're actually committing because you're later. Rebel dead. Nice, good up. Good shots. You have really nice aim, I'm not gonna lie.
that's the only good thing I work on for me at the moment. But that's alright.
No, I mean, there's multiple positives about this gameplay. It's that you're grouping up on the initial execute is really good. Like a lot of the time, you'll see low ranks are just spreading out their rear for no reason. I love that you're talking pre-round. Your pre-round calling is pretty good. Your pre-round calling is above this rank, probably. Group A,
that's good.
Split B, it's pretty good. Right?
It's just that post-round
it's good.
The post-plan and stuff like that does need some work.
Yeah.
I guess
the post-plan
mid-round
needs some better comps and some mid-round planning, yeah. And the execution itself, like just the pathing, but yeah. And then I remember this round as well. This is like in this situation, it's fine. Until now, you run around, you try to trade them. Your teammate pushed waterfall and died. It's like unlucky that you played really, really well. But right now, you're holding a position where the enemy can't possibly be. Because your teammates are holding this waterfall across. And you're just holding nothing right now. You're being completely useless, right? They're just being like aware of your minimap. Like, where are my teammates holding? Can the enemies be here? If not, I reposition into this cross and hold with them, right? So, it's just a minor thing again. But yeah, it's like minimap awareness. It's like the main thing you got to focus on your post plans. Like, look at the minimap. Where can I position myself with my teammates? And the first defense round. I mentioned like on attack that C side is the first priority, the A side is the second priority, and then the B side. On defense, it's kind of like the opposite, where A is first priority, then C is second priority, and then B is third priority again. Just because of the fact that like pushing A is really strong. In this composition, however, you have a really weak comp for pushing. Like you only have the fade Cs basically. You don't have any stuns. You have the Rain of Flash, but it's pretty trash to be honest. So not pushing A here is fine. However, I would like to see you default towards A in your ranked games. The reason for this is because enemies are like most of the time pushing A on the pistol round. And if they're pushing C, you will create that pressure that you can instantly flank. And for future rounds, the enemies has to respect your flank.
Yep.
And respect the A-man push because they have to use utility. So it's just like pushing A on pistol round is not just good for the round itself, it's like for the future rounds, creating that pressure for the future rounds.
Okay, makes sense.
Sorry. Another thing on this specific game, you look at our comp, they don't have a sentinel with a tripwire, which means your focus right now should be on flanking and creating pressure on the flank. So whenever this type of game happens where you see they don't have sentinel, I would as fast as possible start pressuring their flank to create that that pressure and that like making the enemy second guess their flanks all the time, because that means they have to have a player holding the flank every single round. So that should be the focus right now.
Yep. All right.
You're playing 2C like with Reyna, so you also need to make a play with Reyna here. Right here, I would always ask can you shoot a gecko flash for me? Because right now you have a deagle, you're looking, this is like kind of an op on pistol round. You're kind of like opping on the pistol round now. You want to look for that first engagement. Have the Reyna sit right here where you're holding, a little bit more to the right so it's not exposed here. Shoot the flash, you play the mound or you play further behind the mound right here. Whenever he shoot the flash, you peek out to the left, you get a kill and you dash out. That should be the way you're playing C right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck me, I slept 4 hours yesterday and I've been night shift all day.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it's just unlucky, I think. It's hard to win this one.
One thing I've noticed,
unlucky retake.
based on what you said earlier as well, when I'm not in a fight, the comms flow and I'll make team plays and I'll coordinate the whole team. I'm looking at the mini map, but then the second I'm in a fight and my crosshair is, I guess, in use, I'm aiming at things, the comms immediately stop. It's almost like an inability to multitask or something. But that's when I was watching that. Then I was pretty aware of it because I was like, oh, I'm actually comming. But then the second I was on site, they all stopped.
Right. So this is a very normal thing for players in this game. The way you solve it is basically whenever you're holding an angle and you don't know what's going on. So you're holding this angle right here. Just quickly go behind the cover, look at the minimap, and create a plan. Or do your play, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's kind of how you fix it. So if you want to like fix that fast as possible, whenever you're in a ranked game from now on, just on your pulse plant, every single time you're in a pulse plant, when you're holding angle, just go a bit behind the cover, look at the minimap, and see what's happening. If you do that every single pulse plant, it will grow like exponentially faster. You'll become so much better so quick.
It's something I don't do, just important, definitely.
Yeah, just this small thing of like going behind cover and look at the minimap is like really, really important. So yeah. Also, like, if you have some more free time you can use, watch like VODs of pro games and just go on like the pistol round, go on the round where they're pushing the sites that you're having struggles with and see their pathing. This will also help you a lot. And then just copy that pathing and try different things. Right, so you played C first round with the Reyna. They pushed A. This round I would go A just because of the fact that they pushed A the first round, but you have an eco, so like on ecos, like you kind of just want to do as much damage as possible. Your objective should be to get your kill. In a higher elo, maybe to get a kill on a trade, but just having like 1-for-1 in an eco is already extremely well. So making a play here, maybe saying like, Clo, can you smoke B close when you're pushing? I'm gonna play inside the smoke with a shorty, or on C site, or you could play like over here by a shorty like this, drop it on the floor, have your classic out. When the barrier drops, you pick up the shorty, and you ask for, yo, Clo, can you smoke here? They're pushing. He smokes there. You play in the smoke. You get a kill, right? Making that. This is one of those rounds where shorty can be really strong.
Yeah,
it's like you're risking it anyway, and the shorty will be strong if they push. Also, whenever you see a recon on the enemy team, whenever you ask for a smoke, don't ask for a smoke like this, but ask for a smoke like this. And this is kind of like contradicting one of the first things you learn whenever you smoke, which is like you want it to be flat right here, so you peek into all the angles. But whenever you have a shotgun against a recon, especially Sova and Sky, you want the smoke like this, because it's so much easier to dodge either the boombot or the drone or the skydog. Because their skydog, if it peeks out on the right, then at that moment you could peek into the smoke right here.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So so if it peeks there, you can peek into here, and then you're in the smoke and they don't know you're here. You got a timing, and they will push out with their util or the knife. So just a little thing that can be really helpful. So stacking somewhere or making a solo play with a shorty or classic should be the objective right now. I don't even think there was any plan right here. I think you're just kind of autopiloted to be.
Yeah, definitely not a plan.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the ecos. They can really snowball. They're really important. This is a really good play, by the way.
Oh, actually, no. I think I did call this. I think I did call this. I said stack B and flank. I'm pretty sure I did.
Wow, you did. Okay, that's a good plan. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the worst plan. Because if a lot of players do that, you can caught them off guard. But I think I don't like about this execute, like this actual execute, is like the fact that you're not in front. And not just because like you're jet, but because like when you're behind, you're just gambling that your teammates can aim. But when you're in front, you can actually control the situation. You can actually have the first shots. Yeah, and you always want to be in the control. So if you are behind your teammates, and even if you're not ready, you can't catch up with them, just ask them like, yo, let's wait for me, and then we swing together. Then they will stop right here, and you can be ready to shoot them, right? Because right now your teammates were like shooting, they got a kill and got traded, and you were kind of like useless because you don't have that surprise effect anymore. So yeah, it's a little thing again. But it's a good plan. I like that you called out the plan on the pistol and eco. Unlucky. So good damage. Got 3 kills. Pretty good. Again, you should be calling, asking for Reyna to break the Gecko flash right here and playing over towards this man area. You have a shit comp, so it's kind of like on this defense with this comp, you kind of just want to fight for the A main, fight for the C main, like barely, and then get out safely to bait out their recons and their utility, and then either retake together or fight side together. That's kind of like the plan you need to have right now.
Okay.
I think you're doing a decent job on the C main. You're fighting for it. You have the idea to fight for it, but you're not asking for Reyna to help you. Like Reyna is just useless right now. So yeah, just having like, look at the min-map pre-round. Is my Reyna playing with me? If not, what can she do to play with me? She could shoot the Gecko flash, she could swing with me, or she could jump spot to bait for me. I'm just having like a play. You can play double sights after you jiggle. You can jiggle and play double sight. Like doing something with the Reyna is just needed here. Like, look, they spotted you because of the Gecko flash, and then they're using all their utility, right?
Yeah.
So if Reyna shot the Gecko flash right here, they wouldn't have used that kind of utility. Maybe they would, but a lot of the time they won't, and then you could get a kill and get out, right? But good job for creating that pressure. They're wasting a lot of utility. This is really good. It's already well played. This is one of the scenarios where you have to just spam, especially if you have Phantom. If you spam right here, you can get a lot of damage. Because there's such a tiny choke that they will run through on the door right here. Yeah. And they can be close as well. That you could get a lot of damage in this kind of scenarios. Like, I'm seeing very little spamming from you throughout the whole game, which is one of the reasons why your headshot percentage is very high and that your damage per round is very low, because you're not spamming enough. So yeah, you can definitely spam this smoke a lot more. Nice shot though. You have insane name, I'm not gonna lie. You're double holding it right now. This is really good. Nice. Nice kill. And yes, good job. I mean, you did really well around. You had a lot of value. You baited that utility main. You played site. You got those kills. You played with the Reyna, and then you anchored the site on C. Got the jets. Really nice.
There we go.
Also, your position on the pulse plant, like right here.
This is one that I have seen from a pro VOD.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not the best because he could pre-aim you right here and kill you. So a better angle in a numbers advantage like this would be to play like when you were with Reyna, it was really good. Like holding this with Reyna is really good because now you're in 2v1. But as soon as you're in a 1v1 and you're in a 5v3 team scenario, you can jiggle like this. You can jiggle like this. Or you can even like jiggle from up here. like this. But just having like a jiggle somewhere, getting the info, and then retaking, it's way more effective than holding an angle right here. Whereas like if the Jet had a good updraft right here, the Gecko would flash up. Wait, let's see it. It's either, yeah, they had the Gecko. Gecko would flash, the Jet would dash here. Like, you are fucked basically. Like,
Yeah, it makes
it's way more
sense.
risky.
I'm giving them an opportunity to duel me when realistically I could just be playing retake, take the advantage. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a 1vx that's not needed. You don't get punished because your aim is just insane, which is nice, but also like can make it harder to learn.
I do feel that. I do feel that. That's what I try to like really analyze, even good players, because it's like, you know, did I get away with this because I hit a nice shot, or you know, was it just a good play?
Did you call anything here?
No.
Yeah, so just calling like at some sort of plan with the Reyna is very, very much needed here.
What opportunities are there? Like, do you hold cross or do you?
So you can do what you've already done, fight for the C main, but just ask for Reyna to shoot the Gecko flash. And then if there's nothing there, you can double flank, for example, or you can double rotate. Another thing you can do pre-round to call is play double backside. Like, let's say you're jump spotting here, you can call your Reyna to play sides. As soon as you see the info, you just fall back to side and you play double backside. Or you can play retake with the Reyna. Like, the best thing to do is probably what you've already been doing. Just asking like the Reyna to shoot the flash right here, baiting out the utility, and then playing retake or playing side. Like that should be how you're playing the C main most of the time. Yeah, I'm not seeing enough flanks either because they don't have a sentinel. You're not really, none of your teammates are really pressuring flank. So this could be a very, very nice round where you like get that information on C. You see there's nothing with the Reyna, just ask like, yo, Reyna, let's double flank. And then you wait here until you get information on the site, on the map. Like the Reyna jump spot's here, right? Just call, yo, Reyna, let's double flank. And then you walk up into this position, and then Reyna is playing Mound. And you can say like, peek off me, Reyna, peek off me. And if there's sound on A, then you can double flank and you can start double flanking.
Yeah.
Right? That can be really strong when they have no senti to just create pressure for the flank. Right now you could be like running up here, right? And getting like extreme value. Nice shot again. Nice shot from the chamber. Yeah, I just aim dueling and shitting on them. Gecko sight. Nice, good job. Teammates carried.
Teammates carried that one.
Yeah.
In fact, I think this is the round just because I'm not looking at the Gecko flash either. I'm pretty sure I did call. I did call for the...
yeah, you did actually call. I remember. Yeah, you said it right there. So this is like the ideal play. This is the play that I will do. It's kind of like the perfect play right here. Then he jiggles. The enemies doesn't know you're close. Pop your dash. You look for a kill right here. This is good. Yeah, and then the teammates just do the rest. So perfect round right here. You ask for it again, and then... Ooh. Oh, that is scary as fuck.
Going back is probably the mistake. So I've fought a dash, and I should have tried to escape.
Yeah, so right here when you get scanned, I would always just dash out instantly. I would not even look for a kill. If I had an op, maybe I would look for a kill, but it's extremely risky. Like they will use, like right now, they will use the Gecko, they will use the Clove thingy, the vulnerable, they will use the ISO vulnerable, the Jet will dash on you, they will scan you, they will do fucking everything. Like just run out, get out of there. They know you're there. They will use utility. You already baited out their utility, you can just leave. Like this is just extremely risky right here. And you dash into the wall, like right now you can just go to the right. There's no need to re-peek into this. You know they know you're there, and you know they know it. So yeah, it's
and I get punished.
Very, yeah, you get hard punished for not leaving. upping. I hate ISOs, bro. It's so much harder to op nowadays.
Oh yeah, I've been feeling that. Oh, there's actually times, I don't know if I do it in this game, but I'll just start pulling my classic out.
Yeah.
Just try and break
Bro,
the shield.
An actual crazy ISO strat I do is whenever you get ISO ulted, just pull out your classic. Let's say this is your wall right here. Just jump like around, like out and then inside of the wall and right click and break the shield. And then you can fight with the Vandal. It works every single time. It's so cool. This little tech. You know what I mean? Or you understand?
Yeah, I can conceptualize it. I got to see it, but that's sick.
Bro, I did that in scrims. It was so fucking hype, man. It was so fun. Wait, where are you, by the way? You have an op. You are in spawn with an op. Okay, so whenever you have an op, it's the same thing as a pistol round with a deagle. You're looking for the first kill to get that first blood. That's kind of what you're trying to do with this op. And even if you miss a shot on the first blood, you create extreme amounts of pressure, so that the enemies either have to hard use like a lot of utility to clear you out, or they will rotate. So most of the time when you op on Lotus, you should op on C site, and you should try to get yourself into this position right here, where you hold this cross right here, and then you can ask your Reyna to leave. This is kind of like the best position. So the way I would do is like Reyna break the Gecko Flash for me. You just walk up here while pre-aiming the Jet updraft in case he updrafts right here, and then you peek right here. If there's nothing, Reyna, you can rotate. I have the C cross, and then you have 2-2 or even better 3-1. Or yeah, they just have a lot more player on the two other sides. This is kind of like how you get the best amount of value. I think this run you actually walk up and take the space like after a while, or oh, never mind. Yeah, it's a different round. Yeah, this round you're just kind of useless. You're buying an op and then playing a retake. I mean, it's very.
It felt useless.
Yeah. I mean, your teammates are just fucking insane. Yeah, they just fucking shit on them. Just do what you can. This is good. You dodged the flash. This is fucking troll, bro. The teammate is smoking you off because he doesn't know you're opping, which is a big problem. So
it's one of those things where I could potentially communicate it, but at the same time, I probably shouldn't need to.
I mean, every time the pre-run starts, just call like, if you're going A, just call, I'm playing A. If you're opping A, just say, I'm opping A. If you're opping C, you say, I'm opping C. Like, just calling out quickly what you're doing pre-run is really important, because it makes everyone on the same page and everyone knows what each other is doing. So right now, like, as soon as you spawn in on the pre-run, just say, I'm gonna op A. And then this claw will not smoke you off. If he smokes you off though, like, what's happening here? Like, he smokes you off, it sucks his ass. It's unlucky. This right here, however, is extremely risky. And it's just... Yeah, if I saw this in my lobbies, I would just report them for sabotaging my team. Yes, it's so...
Even the
so
repeat.
troll.
The repeat was mainly because I saw the spam. I was like, you know what? I'm dead anyways. I'm going out with glory, but... Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
The Gecko Molly was there. The Gecko Molly was there, so you couldn't actually leave at that point. So, like right here, as soon as you see that smoke, you just have to what's the word? Accept that your teammate fucked up, and you have to adapt. You can't brute force your initial play. And this is kind of like a thing that you will have to learn when you play a lot of ranked, is that you have to adapt to your teammates. Because right now, you're not adapting to your teammates, you're just brute forcing the initial play, which is get a kill and get out. Which will never work with a smoke like this. Yeah, so the main issue was just playing and staying in the smoke and just brute forcing it. You could have repositioned onto site.
What positions are good on site with AWP? Where would you go to?
Yeah, so the first position is like this. It's a pretty good angle. However, they can't peek out like this. So honestly, you could play right here if you have your dash activated. Only if you have your dash though, because they can push 3 and then you need to dash out.
Here.
But this angle can work if you have your dash, and then you can hold this angle right here. It's a bit worse because you can get spammed, but you can hold this angle right here. And you can hold this angle right here. It's pretty strong. You can hold this angle right here. This is also pretty strong. And you can hold this angle right here, or even right here. Or you can play, if you have your dash, you can actually play close to the smoke with a shorty right here. And then you pop your dash when you see them pushing, get a kill, dash away like this. Right? So that could also be a play with the shorty. So those are kind of like examples of where you want to play. Just there is a round after this, by the way, where you play extremely beautifully, and it's just like the okay, let me try to formulate this. Whenever you play defense, you kind of have these stages of how you're playing. Like you have the first stage, which is the initial peak. Then you have the second stage. Then you have the third stage. And then you have the fourth stage. Understand? It's kind of like getting a kill, repositioning, and taking a shot, repositioning. Like you just keep pushing, putting on pressure on the enemies, forcing them to use their utility while completely being behind cover in the safe position. And you did this later, and you should have been doing this round. So you see the smoke, you just reposition here, then here, then here, right? So yeah,
that makes sense.
I will show you the run. Yeah, and even Immortals don't understand that simple aspect. Like you will see Immortal 1 players, Immortal 2 players just peeking everything, brute forcing through everything because their aim is just fantastic. But they've never actually learned how to play the game. Their aim is just good. So yeah, opping C alone, like I would ask for Reina again to just break the flash. It will make it a lot easier for you. Like if he flashes you right here, they can smoke you here, because they will know you have op, right? Because you have to shoot it with your op. But yeah, just asking for your teammate to come break the flash for you. Unlucky ISO shield. You see what you're doing right now, by the way?
Yeah.
Taking a shot, reposition backside, took a shot topside, reposition here, took a shot, reposition spawn. This is beautiful. I mean, this is just a masterclass right now. Very high cluster placement. You gotta have it like right here, way lower on the stomach level. I love this. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh, the walkout was beautiful though. It was nice. Just unlucky. Very good round. Just with
the funny
your
thing
shots.
is that was one of the best rounds, but ironically, it was one of my worst mechanical rounds. But at the same time, I'm in this stage of Jet where I'm exploring so much because I've only been playing it for the last week. So this here is like me. This is how I play Sky. When I play Sky most of the time, I don't know how consistently I do it, but this was the mentality I had with Sky: is take a shot, reposition, take a shot, reposition. And then here, this just happens to be one of those rounds where I'm experimenting with that and seeing if it fits a Jet. So now that I know, okay, this is how I should be playing, like this is how I should still be playing on defense, it's something that I can easily bring across and like do more consistently.
That's true. That's true. I would say especially on Duelists, you want to do this even more than on Initiators. So yeah, it's good that you showed that this round. You have another op.
Do you consistently AWP when you can on a defense?
Actually, I'm actually not that big of an opper. I think that is like kind of like to the individual Jet players. Some Jet players play a lot of rifle. course, like rifles every round. Some jet players never buy the third round or the second round. Like they will save second round every time because they want to op on the third round. It's very like up to player. And for me, I'm not the biggest fan of opping, so I only op like when I have to. Like let's say the enemies don't have an initiator. Like that's one of those games where you just have to buy op because you will destroy them with the op. They can't clear you out. But I don't op like every game I play jet. I don't op, right? So kind of like personal preference. You can just try out op if you want, and then if you like it, you can keep going with it. It can be extremely strong if you get good at it. So.
And what's AWPing third round on your bonus? Is that actually like a thing that people do?
Yeah, it is. It's very rare. But what a lot of people do is they buy the deagle on the first round, and then when they stay alive on the on the first round with the deagle, like they get a deagle kill and then with the run, they just don't buy anything second round. And they will have enough creds for an operator. Sometimes without any shields at all, they will just literally buy an operator. And sometimes
and
they will have enough for a
is the idea
shield,
to have a better odd
shield.
at the...
It's a price factor. It's a price factor.
Yeah.
And the fact that the enemies will have less utility because a lot of the teams in ranked will force so much on the second round. Like they will literally... People in ranked are stupid. Like they always buy deagle second round on the eco run, so they don't have enough for light shield. And so you can buy an outlaw. So yeah, outlawing on third round, I would say is what people usually do on third round, but opping is also used like as well. But usually you want to use the outlaw because the enemies will have light shield. So just a rule of thumb: enemies have light shield, buy the outlaw. It's a better operator, right? If they have full shield, you can buy an operator, right? So like you will have rounds where you have 8,000 creds, and the enemies have light shield, and you will still buy an outlaw. Like there's no reason to buy an op at that point.
Yep, that makes sense. All right.
Mm-hmm. This angle is just extremely risky. Like,
is it because it's a common angle, like a very common angle?
It's an angle that the enemies, if they have good pre-aim and awareness, they will always kill you because they have peeker's advantage. So if you're a good player, this is kind of how you might want to peek, like this, and kill you and get out, right? It's so fast. You know what peeker's advantage is or no?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, right. So peeker's advantage like this on an on angle like this is just very bad for this player over here. And you will die a lot if you keep doing this. You will realize like it's really risky against good enemies. Like I've literally, like, I remember before I held an angle like this, and I literally died to a deagle because it just instantly tapped me in the head with good pre-aim, and you have no chance to react. So
yeah, I see.
This angle right here is just 10 million times better right here. People don't pre-aim this. Yeah. So ask your Reyna to go over, shoot the Gecko Flash, get into this position, ask the Reyna to rotate. That's kind of how you want to play on the C. And just to be clear, like normally you want to take A a lot more than this game. It's just because the fact that you don't have the comp for it, that you don't fight for it, that is fine. But usually, I'm going to show you the pistol I always do on the pistol round. I ask for a paranoia or a stun, depending on the comp. I buy ghost updraft, and I do this onto this box right here with the ghost. And it's if you have utility, if you ask for a cease right here or a stun right here, like it's a free kill every time, and you get this rebel control area. So I would definitely recommend that at start of the round doing this sort of thing and drafting over here.
Okay, yeah, I haven't even considered that.
Yeah, it's just a really strong pistol, and you can also like do this sort of thing, obviously. But a lot of the times, these players will all pre-aim over here, so it's way stronger to have this levitation where you can first isolate this player and then isolate these players with the levitation. So
that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
that's a good play. Yeah, because my A playbook definitely was lacking. That was definitely something that I need to work on.
Yeah. Your pre-aim is too high again. You're holding at almost head level. Like you're holding at the cheeks, like the chin. Like you see, you got the headshot. It's just not a good crosshair placement.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's for the headshot percentage, you know?
Stats player. Yeah,
Yes,
numbers
stats
advantage. You just fall back. You do the stage 2. You already did the stage 1. Go back, take the stage 2 fights, and the stage 3, and so on and so on. This is just
So
kind of greedy right here.
I wouldn't hold the space.
I mean,
Well, because it's the same position, they'll pre-aim it.
So if you didn't get this kill and you got into this hold right here, then you can just hold the angle until someone peeks you and you get a kill, and then you get out. But since you got that numbers advantage, they know where you are, and you already created an advantage. There's no need for more advantage. If you go back into spawn right here, and if you're literally 5 players in spawn right here, you can literally win the round easily because you have 1 player more than enemies. Like, there's no need for that much space. Like, numbers at first priority, and then space at second priority, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a bit undisciplined, but you got the first kill, which is really nice. And they win the round, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. I mean, overall, it's a pretty good game. But there's some things like we gotta work on. Let me end the screen share real quick, and then I'll send you. I'll make another document. So I'll give you first the tracker statistics that you should get, just so like if you want, you can look at it in the future. But I'm also gonna get you some notes that you can focus on. That is basically just summarizing up what I've been saying. So I'll give you notes for defense, and then I'll give you notes for attack. Right. Okay. I'm gonna send this file to you. Wait, what's your name? What's your name?
Zasko too?
Zasko. I don't know how to spell it. I'll just say
Zasko. Australian, that works.
I like that. And I'll send it to you. And then I would just recommend, like, don't look at all and try to learn everything at the same time, because this is a lot of notes. So just choose, like, if you want, just choose every day before you start playing ranked. Choose one of them that you want to focus on, and then try to improve on that specific thing in those games.